Alright guys, we're out here on the water. It's an arvo session. Sun's going down. But I've been getting heaps of comments about what sort of lures and stuff we're using and the gear, the fishing rods, the leader, everything we're using to sort of catch barra or to chase big barra. So I just thought while we're out here we're just going to go through like just a quick little walkthrough, pretty raw video of lures, jig heads and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just gonna, pretty much that's what our game plan is for the Savi, and then we're gonna fish into the night tonight. So, I mean, we run a few different lures. Like you got these sort of like 5-6 inch paddle tails. These ones swim pretty good in the water, and we're using, I forgot what are these brand jig heads, Aaron?
They're OTs.
OT jig heads. So we've sort of swapped to run these ones. I don't know if you can see like how it's got that bottom hook on it, so they're good to like sort of rig up. This isn't the same jig head, but it gives you the same sort of idea. Like you can run like your swivel and your treble just on the bottom there, because barra usually come up from underneath and smash the lure like that. So these are really strong. Like we haven't had any of these bend, but yeah, primarily these sort of 6.5 inch size usually go pretty well for like the bigger barras, and then even small ones will hit it, like 60s will hit it and all that stuff. And then you got like small little paddle tails, like that's a little dark silver one, good for nighttime sort of flicking. Even the big ones will hit this, small ones will hit it, and it's good. Like these are like little 1/4 jig heads, and when you don't run a treble, obviously it's way easier not to get snagged, and I'm very good at getting snagged. Yeah, so in the tackle box, in the little tray here, I just got here. This is like more like our hard body sort of lures we got going here. So these, you've probably seen these before if you're fishing and whatnot. These are called fizzers. So these are like more like your top water raptor. These are actually raptor fizz bait. There you go, just on the top there. Double treble. Chuck them, run them through the water, you flick it and you drag it, and it puts a big splash. It looks like a mullet or fish running away on the surface, and the barra come up and smash it. So these ones are sweet for nighttime. Daytime, it depends on like where you are and what sort of fishing you're doing, I guess. Like if they're hitting on the top, like you can hear lots of bait fish smashing the barra, smashing the bait on the top or whatnot. Like there's all different sort of types of ones. Here's another little paddle tail jobby. This is like a pre-rigged sort of lure. It's got a little attachment down there. You can put the treble on and off. Same thing, big paddle tail. Actually jammed like a good 90 on this lure, but through the hooks. We don't really do much trawling either. Like we're more like casting, flicking snags and all that sort of stuff. So we don't really do much trawling, but as far as like your hard body sort of go, I think I got like a samaki or something in here. Oh, let me get this one out. Oh, this is what happens when you shove them all in your bloody bag here. Yeah, so these are like sick little samaki hard bodies. We've got a few on this. These are nice for like when you're sort of flicking, like, what do you reckon, like those snaggy sort of
it's
spots,
like,
and then you like jig it a couple times.
it's good for darker water. If there's darker water, you want to hear fish. You want the fish to hear them where the bait is.
Yeah, you can hear it. Like
It's got a rattle in it.
It's got a good rattle in it.
But to get it down deeper as well, and it suspends. So
yeah, you can like sort of jerk a couple times. It'll go doodle down, and then you like stop, and it'll float back up, and that's sort of good if you want to kind of get it down into the snags, but then get it to come back up too at the same time.
Or if you're trawling.
Yeah. You can trawl this if you want. Heaps of fish will hit it. Then you got like B52, same sort of goldy colours. The goldy colours are pretty sweet. Lots of green going on in this one. Another small B52 green, a small fizzer here. We just bought these hover jets. So these are like a walk the dog kind of a lure, and they go like that on the surface, or you can pull these little blades up. Let's see if I can get it first shot there. I've clicked in there pretty well. There you go, hang on. I'll hook myself doing this. Yeah, there you go. So these, you just put these up like that and see how that spins. So that's like, acts like a top water sort of fizzer. Dang, fizzers along the surface. Chase bait, sort of mullet, same sort of fizzer setup. These are all like your sort of top watery kind of lures. And yeah, we run a lot of these bite me lures. These are pretty sick. They're made up in the territory up here. They got a little rattle that sits in the back of the tail here. That just pops in there, makes a bit of sound, sort of similar to that hard body, but swims like a soft plastic. So sometimes they smash that too, and this, just that little rattle is enough to get them to turn. Yeah, we run, usually most of our lures, like we change the trebles over to like BKK, sort of tougher trebles, because we had it before where trebles bend, hooks bend, trebles snap, all that sort of stuff. And these, like sort of like these ones that come on like your generic sort of lures, these ones, not on this lure, it hasn't bent yet, but I've had them before where like these actually bend or snap a full hook off. Like you can tell just by looking at that one, it's way more beefed up and they're sharper and all that sort of stuff. That's sort of like lures we're sort of using. These Berkeley shimmers, these are pretty cool little go-to lure. About 15 bucks. Don't need to worry about using your jig head, hooking it on to your lure and all that sort of stuff. You just want sort of like something out of the packet.
There's no bust ups.
We thought there was a barra back there. If you want something like sort of straight out of the packet, like straight up tied on, happy days sort of thing, these are pretty good. Caught heaps of fish on these. Same with like the shimmers, but in like this sort of chartreusey colour.
I can't remember what they're called. I think they're Pro Catch or something like that.
Yeah.
Pro Fish or something.
Pro Fish,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty good. They're a bit heavy, but yeah, they're decent. And then as far as rods, so I'll show you Aaron's setup. So this is a Dobbins rod. I forgot what model is this one.
It's a Sierra.
Sierra.
Yeah, so it's like a medium.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid unit. Cork butt, one piece. Most of the bait cast rods that we get anyway, we kind of like get one piece because they're just a bit stronger. And then you got the Tertullian 200 HD. I've got the same reel on my reel over there. On my rod, I meant. Yeah, we're running like, what do you got on your one? About 40 pounds?
That's 40 on one. Yeah,
I think I'm running 30 on mine, but these ones are sick. Like, I don't know if you can hear that. Hang on. Has like the drag clicker in it, which makes it pretty cool. Once again, pretty expensive fishing reel, about $450, $500 just for that reel, and then you're looking at about $100 for line. But when you're using them flat out like us all the time, like you're better off buying something that's going to last and not the bearings aren't going to get stripped and things like that. But yeah, this is like a sort of a 7 foot-ish.
Yeah, it's exactly. I think it's just on 7 foot. Yeah.
7 foot rod. Kind of go for around the 7 foot for flicking. I don't know. We just find it better to like flick the lure a bit better, I suppose. Like it's personal preference really, but we're sort of using that 7 foot rod. You can, maneuver a bit better. Like try and control.
Yeah,
the
they're
fish.
Good for leverage as well.
Yeah.
So you want to use the butt, get leverage on the fish.
Yeah, and then I just bought another rod, just a Samaki. Like you don't have to go hectic. Like how much is that rod?
The rod's like
$400.
600.
Yeah, expensive.
Yeah, like you don't have to. No, you don't definitely have to buy that.
Obviously that's an expensive rod. Like here's a good example of like something that's cheap. Like literally bought it today. It's a snap marler rod. Not from the rod being bad, just from operator error, just stepping on it and doing stupid stuff. But this is a $130 rod, Samaki bait cast, same sort of thing, that 5 to 8 Oz range, good enough to flick these lures with about a 5/8 jig head. Same sort of thing, just treble on there like that. Mine's got 30 pound on it. Yeah, we got 30 pound on mine. Same reel, and then on my other setup, just got another cheapy rod. Yeah, because I just get absolutely battered. But this reel's a bit different. It's a Tatula 150 TWS. So these reels are pretty cool because they're sort of like designed for like the territory saltwater barra fishing. They've got nylon bearings in them, so not actual bearings, they're made out of nylon, which is good, so it means you don't have to service them as much, and they just hold up really, but no drag. But yeah, super strong reel, especially for the saltwater. Especially for the saltwater. This one's just a little fusey mullet, bit of a smaller lure. It's a lighter setup, so I don't really want to be jamming meteries on it, but I mean, I will. I will definitely not pass that up. But yeah, that's sort of like the tackle stuff for running. And then you know, soft plastics range from, like, you can go to prawns, like this little hard body prawn. Then we got a couple of other prawns in there somewhere. We'll whip one of them out, I think, in that other tray there.
Little bite mins. This is a mix.
Next one down, I think. No, it might be in this one or what.
There's live ops ones here.
Oh,
There's the new ones that Nomad brought out.
Yeah, there's a couple little small prawns we got. Oh, this is the this is another sick little prawn lure, little pot prawn. Aaron actually got me onto these.
Yeah, it's a MMD flick prawn,
there you go.
or a splash prawn.
Yeah, so you hook it on that end, it goes back, little splash, same sort of thing, double treble, a top water lure. Because barra, I just like froth top water barra fishing. It's freaking sick. You got these panic station lures. Again, another pretty cool lure. Got a little magnet there. Treble sits on the bottom. Acts as a mullet. Swims like a mullet. Swims really good. But yeah, I guess that covers it, or what?
Yeah, that's most of the stuff.
Pretty
really
good. Oh, leader. We run depending on what sort of barras you're chasing, like, yeah, we're up 60 pound, you'll get a good 80 centimeter to a meter barra plus on it easily. And then yeah, like, it depends on how hard you go really with them, but they are pretty known to rip through the leader, like gill rakier, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, usually about 60 pound fluorocarbon. Anything lighter if you're chasing like small billabong barra and stuff like that, I suppose. But yeah, we just run the Black Magic one, probably like the cheapest one we can get, because we go through it flat out. And then yeah, your jig head sizes range from what sort of soft plastic you're running, but that's pretty much the gear we're running anyway, and that's what we stick with because I guess it works, eh?
Yeah, it works usually. Yeah,
sometimes
usually.
if we're lucky. But yeah, anyway guys, I just thought I'd just run you through that, just like a hell raw vid, no fancy editing, nothing, just upload it straight like that, because that's what we're running. And we're gonna flick in tonight and hopefully we can get some barra. We're gonna run the fizzers.
Like, yeah, if you want a actual legitimate in-depth video on the rods and reels and stuff, like a proper in-depth one, just let us know. Yeah,
comment if you need to know more or whatever. Like, I'll try and help you out as much as I can. Yeah, just hit us up in the comments. If you can sub too, that'll help out the channel. Keeps us coming out here to special places like this. Like, it's pretty crazy, eh? Once again, another insane territory sunset. Absolutely blows my mind, eh? But yeah, if you want more info or whatever, comment on the videos on YouTube, and I'll try to get back to it in the comments. But yeah, once again, the more comments in the videos, the better, because then I can see what you guys want to see, and then I can make a video, more in-depth video about it. Like, we can go into jig head weights for the size, what sort of hooks you need, sizes for this type of soft plastics. That's when it gets a bit hectic, but that's just a quick broad of like what we use. And lures. Is it buffalo over there? Oh, it's cows.
Yeah, no, I think
it's it's a couple cows.
I don't know if a croc just took a cow. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's sort of like, in a nutshell, what we're using. Oh, we're using Nomad braid. It's the same stuff we've been using. We just stick with the same stuff. And yeah, that's it, eh? I think I'm going to stop rattling on. So cheers. Anyway, we're going to get flicking.
Let's go gym some eateries.